Alrighty guys, I'm here with Matthew from MyChildren MyBride. I just want to start out by saying you guys were amazing tonight.
Thank you.
The show was sick. I know you guys been on tour. How's that been so far?
It's the first time we've toured in over 5 years.
Yeah.
It's actually insane. Like tonight in Pensacola, it's like we never skipped a beat and people showed up and showed out, and it was so much fun. And I'm so grateful that people still care after almost 20 years.
Yeah. What's it been like touring with Your Spirit Dies, No Cure? I know those guys are super sick. They're from Alabama.
Without, I'll let the truck pass.
You
Without
see.
No Cure, it literally would not be possible.
Yeah.
3 of those guys worked really hard to learn the set list, and they're playing 2 times a night to make it a possibility. So they're some of my best friends now, and I wouldn't want anybody else to do it with me. So.
Oh yeah. So like you were saying, I know you guys, went like on a kind of a long kind of hiatus. What kind of made you want to bring the band back and start doing shows again?
Technically, we never broke up. We
Yeah.
never said we were done or anything like that. We just don't believe in like ending and doing like a final tour.
For sure.
And, like, I feel like bands kind of cash out, and then a year later they're like, oh, reunion. We want there to always be a chance that we can play again. So. With that being said, this whole tour and everything was just kind of like presented to me in a nice little package with a bow on top, and I really couldn't say no. So I always want to be touring. I always want to be playing shows, but that's not always a reality.
Yeah.
So yeah, this came out and it was put in front of me, and I couldn't say no.
So like I was saying earlier, everybody went crazy for you guys. You obviously still have a big fan base. What's your plans for the next year or two? Do you want to kind of like write more music? Do you want to kind of hop on more tours or do more headlining tours like this?
I mean, if I could say yes to all of that, I would. But like I was saying, it's just unfortunately not in the cards for MCMB. And MyChildren MyBride is 2 people. It is Robert Bloomfield and it is me, Matthew Hastings. He lives in LA. I live in Alabama. And we've made it work for a long time. But to go further, we got to figure something out. So I want to do more. I want to write more. So hopefully that'll happen in the future. So just keep an eye out for us.
Hell yeah. I know you guys were big 10 years ago. You guys are still big now. What's the biggest difference you see in the scene, kind of from like back then, whenever you guys were kind of like touring a lot more and stuff, compared to now? Now that you guys are touring again, what's some big differences that you notice?
I feel like for a long time, like metalcore and hardcore was gatekept by like older people, and the scene like grew old together and grew up together, and it almost like shunned young people. It's like the weird kids with the fishnets, with the painted nails, with the dyed hair, like the Hot Topic kids, like
Yeah.
they were all made fun of, and it's like that is the future. And I feel like today and now there's a huge resurgence of young people that are getting back into heavy music, and it's making the show so much better. And encourage young people to like this type of music and encourage them to come to shows, because I know we'll only be able to go for so long. We need that next generation.
Exactly.
And that new young energy is like, it's keeping us alive. So
100%. So I know you're a big fan of Halo. Do you still play Halo? Do you still hop on occasionally?
So I was so excited for Halo Infinite,
Yeah.
and the big lead up to the release, and then it came out, and I felt like it was like a beta test for all of us to just try out, and I got to the max rank in PvP proudly, and then I never played it again.
I
didn't. It was just too glitchy and too broken.
It felt like an unfinished game for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely, you look back at like Halo 2 and Halo 3, which is like, in my opinion, like the prime of Halo,
Yeah.
dude. And it's like every Halo, you just want that over and over again, but it never.
343 Industries needs to just go
Yeah,
away.
exactly.
I know Bungie coming back isn't a thing because of Destiny and another new game, but like
Yeah.
they have to find somebody else to figure it out.
I agree 100%. So I always like to ask in every interview, what's some bands you think are underrated, not necessarily from your area, just in general, that you think deserve more recognition?
No Cure, Straight Edge, Forever and Ever, Amen. Other than that, Humanity's Last Breath, I've been jamming them a lot. And we'll say Your Spirit Dies, just for the sake of them getting some pub.
All sick bands for sure. So to end it, I just want to ask, do you have any other like hobbies you've been doing since you took a break from like touring and stuff?
I paint and draw, and I stream on Twitch. You can find me on twitch.tv/Matthew Hasting, or on Instagram at Matthew Hasting. You can see all my artwork and stuff there. And yeah, I'd love a follow.
Hell yeah. Well, dude's super nice. You know, I took the time to do this quick interview with me. They killed it tonight. Go see them, man, if you can, if they come near you. They're such a sick band, great energy. And yeah, man, I appreciate you chatting with me. You sound amazing, bro. You sound just like you did like 10 years ago. So, I mean, you definitely still got it. The band's still amazing. And like you said, never say no. Never say, you know, goodbye to it, because you still got a ton of people that love the band and listen to you guys. So appreciate you chatting with me, though, man. And safe travels the rest of the tour, bro.
You're all going to die in 7 days. Bye.
You're gonna leave me.